Hello, welcome. Welcome in, everyone. Let's see, share. All right, I'm sharing my whole screen. Let's see. Now I cannot see all of you. Let me try to find you again. Hello, everyone. Let's see, I cannot see you guys, so let me try to figure that out really quick. All right, let's try this again. You're back there. All right, well, I can't see you guys. Let's see. See if I move it over here. I don't know if Leonard is in this question to help, or in this session to help me out. All right, well, can you all see me? If someone could come off mute, because I can't see anyone else.
Yes, we can see you.
Okay, well, you guys can see me. I cannot see you. It's okay. Let's see, let me just open my chat. Okay. All right, well, we can go ahead and get started. Again, if you have not signed in yet today, please do so. You only need to sign in once. Right. Let's just go ahead and get started. I'll actually put this sign in the chat if you have not signed in yet today. Let me send this. Make sure if you put something in the chat, you share it to everyone. All right. So here is a reminder from your district about how you'll get paid for today. Go ahead and take a minute to read. And then we'll go ahead and get started with the power of the green add button, one of my favorite sessions. Okay, so welcome everyone to the power of the green add button. So this training is designed to get you up and running on Seesaw so you can create engaging learning experiences that make thinking and learning visible. Go ahead, please head to the chat, come off mute and introduce yourself, share your name and the grade level you teach so I can get to know everyone who's in here. Make sure when you're chatting, it goes to everyone so that I can see it as well as everyone else. Also today, you will have time to hop into your Seesaw account to explore. So make sure you're able to log into your account as well. Hello, Natalie, TK. Hello, Grace. Awesome. Also, this session is being recorded, and a copy of the recording, the slides, a certificate, and any other resources will be sent to your district team in about 24 hours. Your chat is not allowing you to chat to everyone. I know if you click on someone's name, And maybe I can change that. Participants, oh, let's see, everyone. There we go. I just switched it. There we go. Thank you. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Lorena, Kinder, TK. Hi, Natalie, Robert, K-2. Judy, first. I was a first grade teacher as well. Megan, third. I was also a third grade teacher as well. Librarian. Hello, Sarah. Hi, Brittany. All right. Well, thank you all for introducing yourself in the chat. I'll keep reading along as we go. My name is Hannah Aberze, and I'm a training specialist here at Seesaw. Just like you, I was a classroom teacher for 7 years in Chicago. Before I started working here, I taught third grade, I taught first grade, and then I went on to become a coach to help teachers implement instruction. So I am so excited to be here with you all today. I'm excited to help you learn how to use Seesaw. I'm excited to learn from you all as well. Awesome. Thanks for introducing you all and welcome. Glad you guys are all here. All right, well, diving in, we know that students are able to more fully express their learning as well as reflect on and deepen their understanding when they have the right tools. So Seesaw brings together high quality instruction, actionable learning insights, and student support all in one place. So teachers have the tools they need to meet students where they are. Students have the tools they need to deeply engage in learning, and teachers have visibility into the students' understanding. And families have the tools they need to support their child to their full potential. So today you'll learn how to use essential Seesaw tools to create engaging learning experiences that make thinking and learning visible. We'll learn this by taking a look at how teachers and students use that green add button to capture learning. So the green add button, what all can be done with it? Well, let's dive right in. So as a teacher, you all can use the green add button in a few different ways. One way is to capture everyday classroom moments, learning, and daily activities. So this gives the connected family members a glimpse into the Seesaw, glimpse into your classroom and student learning. So I like to call this the family's window into the classroom. Students can also use the green add button to creatively capture their learning and reflections. So they use the video, camera, microphone, or drawing tools to capture the learning that's taking place in the classroom. Students can do so independently, or they can partner up to record each other. So on the left, you'll see that partners are taking turns recording themselves doing a weather report. In the middle, students learned about insects and created their own insects out of Play-Doh. After building their insects, the students then used the label tool to label the parts of the insect, really to go, again, deeper understanding. The student on the right then is taking a video of himself creating with manipulatives. Let's take a closer look at how students capture their hands-on learning using the video tool. In this video, students are using popsicle sticks to act out the pollination cycle. So let me play this for you.
Bees can make pollen by sucking it out of the flower and bring it to another bird, and then that makes a seed that makes a flower, or wind can blow from one flower to the other flower, and then the seeds will drop and make another flower. That's pollination.
So awesome. So as you can see, using Seesaw to capture these hands-on learning experiences allows students to explain their thinking and gives their teacher super clear insights into their learning. One question many teachers have is, when does it make sense to use the green add button to post to the journal? So the green add button allows students to use Seesaw's multimodal tools to respond spontaneously and creatively. So it makes sense for students to post to the journal with the green add button when you give them instructions that's outside of Seesaw. So it's not connected to a Seesaw activity, which we're going to learn more about later. So for example, if you say the directions aloud or post them on another platform, like let's say Google Classroom or even your whiteboard, as a teacher, here are 3 suggestions for using the green add button. You can post resources you want students to view. You can post a discussion question for students to reply to in the comments, or you can repost some exemplar student work with a caption telling why it is so awesome. Can I add the slide deck? Yes. Let's see. I will do so when I give you guys a chance to log into the Seesaw account. I'll grab that for you, Michelle. All right, now that we know and understand why Seesaw is so powerful, let's walk through how teachers and students post with the green add button. So the green add button is where it all begins. You as the teacher can post to the class journal by tapping the green add button and then add to student journal. You can post work on behalf of students. You can post resources, photos, videos of your own. When you post in this way, students can comment on the post if you have that setting enabled, but they cannot reply to the post with their own post. Students can also use the green add button to share their learning. So they simply tap on the green add button and boom, they have access to all the Seesaw creative tools to create their post. As you may have noticed, students don't see the menu you see as the teacher. They are taken directly to the creative tools that you see on the screen. So all student posts and comments must be approved by you before they're added to the class journal. So when there is a student post to approve, that red bar pops up on the bottom that you see. You'll be able to approve the post, delete the post, or send the post back for revision. From here, teachers are able to like and comment on the student work. For young and multilingual learners, we recommend leaving a voice comment. So by default, all students can see each other's work, including posts you tag a student in and comments by you or other students. If you want student work to be private, or if you would prefer students not to comment on one another's work, you can turn these features off in class settings. Of course, there are pros and cons to this. So I would love for some of you to share in the chat or come off mute what might be some of the pros and what might be some of the cons to having, students being able to comment on each other's work. Remember, if you're going to type in the chat, you can type it to everyone. We can all see, or you can go ahead and come off mute.
I believe this kind of I believe this kind of depends on where the on the ages of the kids using this platform, but I think a pro would be allowing an easier way for students to get compliments, maybe get some critiques, maybe so the teacher can see it and critique it.
Absolutely.
And a con would be maybe people making anonymous accounts and writing mean things or writing inappropriate things.
Mhm.
And especially because I really don't know what the monitors are like, or how people make sure people are not following the rules or are not breaking the rules. Sorry.
Mhm. So definitely, and that's something that you can also, talk to your class about, of how to give other students compliments. That's something students can learn. Definitely, having to monitor those inappropriate comments. Students would not be able to create anonymous accounts though, so that will not be an issue. It's definitely, as you said, if there are students making inappropriate comments, it's another opportunity for you as the teacher to talk about, how we model this and how students can model giving positive feedback to others, building that digital citizenship. Yes, pros, I see students getting to express themselves and work in groups. It does open up for rude comments. Again, it's can be a teaching moment on what we do post in Seesaw and what we do not.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I love that. A pro would be getting to get kids to participate.
Also, I'm a para, so I don't think I would be able to make any rules, but I think I could help enforce them.
Absolutely. As a para, you're added as a teacher to each Seesaw class that you're in. So
Mhm.
you'll be able to monitor, delete comments, add comments. You'll have all of the same accessibility.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Michelle, building vocab and keyboard training. Absolutely. Building that positive community, John. I love it. Awesome. And again, you as the teacher can decide if you want to turn that setting on. I know as a teacher, I had it on in my classroom for students to be able to comment on each other's work, but we definitely had a lot of when we had our morning meeting, we had a lot of chats about what was expected in Seesaw and what was not. So let's move on to viewing posts. There are 3 main ways to view the posts that students create in Seesaw. So first is the journal view. So this is your default view. You'll see all posts from all students in the order they're posted. Many teachers ask us if there's a way to reorder or clear this view. Right now, there's not a way to reorder posts in the journal tab. So it's just by the order that they're posted in. Although you can't reorder the post, you can select one post to pin to the top. So it'll always be at the top of the Seesaw journal for you and the students. To do this, you'll click the 3 dots at the bottom of the post, and then you'll pin it to the top. So this post will stay at the top until you as the teacher decide to unpin it. Third, if you click on a student's name, oh wait, I skipped one, sorry. Second, if you click on the little calendar icon at the top of the journal feed, you'll be able to see student posts by date. Click on any date and see all the work posted on that specific date. Just an important note, the calendar icon will not show up until something has been added to the journal. So if you're new to using Seesaw, or maybe this is your first class for this coming year and nothing has been posted to the journal yet, you won't see the calendar icon right now. Third, if you click on a student's name or a group, you'll be able to see all of that work by that specific student or the students in a specific group that you assign. You'll also see all of the work that they are tagged in. So right here is the best way to have parent-teacher conferences. I would just click on that student on the side and all of their work would be pulled up. Super easy instead of having what I used to do is my big manila folder with a bunch of work. It's all organized into different folders in Seesaw, and you can show it to parents right then and there. You can engage with student work by tapping the like or the comment button. And then, like we said, other students can also like and comment on each other's work as well. Of course, unless you disable this setting in the class setting. So it's something you can decide as a teacher. Maybe you start with it off and then you teach your students how to use this properly, and then you can turn it on. When you comment on a post, you can leave a text, or my favorite, leave an audio comment. So here's another question I have for you all is, when might audio comments be helpful? You can share in the chat, you can come off mute, whatever you feel comfortable with. Absolutely. Sarah says audio comments would be great for non-fluent readers. Absolutely. Pre-readers, lower grades. Yeah, a lot of you guys are agreeing with the younger students. For accessibility reasons, they can be helpful. Katarina, yes. Awesome. Mary and Natalie saying for the younger emergent readers. We can also have it for those diverse learners. Ooh, Leanne, I like that idea. Lengthier responses for the older ones instead of having to type it all out. Yeah. It also is great to really give them personal feedback when they hear your voice. It's super special to them. Yes, like Brittany said, audio is more fun and motivating for students. Robert, suggestion for future updates is to add a video comment option. Ooh, I'll definitely take that back to my team. That's a great idea. For my students being able to comment in their language. Americans, awesome. That is, I'm going to absolutely take that back to my team. Great idea. Great ideas. Thanks everyone for participating. So now I'm actually going to hop into my Seesaw account and show you how to create a quick welcome post. This is always my favorite activity to create at the beginning of the school year to welcome students to your class. So having a post like a welcome post in the Seesaw journal when students first log into your Seesaw account, your Seesaw class, gets the students so excited and is a great way to help them get to know you and get excited for the school year. So let me go ahead and hop into my Seesaw account. All right. So how everyone hopefully can see my Seesaw account on the screen. I'm in my teacher account. To do this, remember, I'm going to that green add button and I'm going to add a post to the student journal. The first thing I'm going to do is for my get to know you, I want to take a picture of myself. So I'll take a photo. And I'm going to want to, the first thing you're always going to want to do is unlock that photo, resize it so that we can add other things to our Seesaw post. And then I definitely, something that's super helpful is always locking the picture or the symbol to the Seesaw journal so students can't go back and move it around and resize it. I want to go back in here and I want to change my background to my favorite color, which is pink. I then want to add some shapes so that I can add in some fun all about me facts here. Again, you can resize these and then you can lock them in place so that students cannot move them around. You can add text. So maybe to the top, I will say, welcome to first grade. My name is Miss Aberze. It's pretty long. A lot of my students struggled with that. And then I want to, maybe I want to make this, you can change the font color as well. So maybe I want to change that to blue. You can resize it. Super fun to play around with. One of my favorite things to do, again, this 3 magic dots at the bottom. I want to add my voice so that students, if they're not able to read that yet, they're going to be able to click on it and hear exactly what it says. So watch this. You'll click voice. You'll be able to hit record voice. Welcome to first grade. My name is Miss Aberze. And then when they click here, they'll be able to listen to what the text says. Welcome to first grade. My name is Miss Aberze. Awesome. And then you can, go ahead and put in text over here. So maybe I'm going to put in my favorite food. Pizza, of course. Again, you can go and play around with these tools, change the font color, resize. If I want to lock it in, I can. If I want to add my voice, let's see. To the next one, I'll do another one. I can maybe say, my dog's name is Palmer. I can add the voice again. My dog's name is Palmer. Boom. Now they have that text recording right there. Again, you can play around. Maybe you want to add in some of these drawing tools to show students, like you can write on the screen. You can have a lot of fun with this. All right. So then let's say you don't have enough time today to finish. You can just hit here. You can hit save as a draft if you don't have enough time to finish. If you do finish though, and you're like, I have my class set up, I'm ready, I want to post this so that my students can see this, you can hit the green check button. And then again, you can click here, all students. Check. Then again, this is important. You can post it to a specific folder. So maybe this is in my reading folder. So I will put it here in my reading center folder to keep organized. Again, if you were not in my last session, when you're naming folders, even for those emergent readers, you can add emojis so that they can also find the folder easily. Or again, you can create a folder down here. I'm going to check it. And boom, you will see it is posted. You'll see here to what folder. It is posted to the Reading Center folder. Awesome. So you all can now go play around with this. Here's another example of something you could create for your All About Me post. So fun. You can see we have text. She had the text for every single fun fact about her. You could add in emote arrows. You can actually take a video of yourself. That's what this teacher did. Super fun. She created a border. So have fun with this. Be creative. This will be up on my screen for the instructions here for you to follow. So again, you'll post to all students. So the post gets added to each student's journal for them and their connected family members to see. After you post this, practice viewing the post in different ways. And remember, if you're not ready to post to all students, you can save it as a draft, finish it later, and post when it's ready. Your students and families will absolutely love seeing this. So I'm going to give you all about 10 minutes to create your post. And I will be here in the chat and you can come off mute if you have any questions. Okay. So I'll set my timer. You have about 10 minutes to play around with this and create your post. I'm going to stop sharing for a second to see if I can. Sarah, you don't have access. Are you with anyone who is able to get you access? Oh, a substitute. Is anyone in here an admin who can help for substitutes? Great question. I will make sure I get the answer to you. I know in the last session, sometimes the accounts have not been activated yet. I think that's something your district's working on right now, is getting everything activated. All right, let me go ahead and stop sharing my screen for 1 second. I'm gonna. Clever. Yes, the last session, student or teachers were logging in through Clever. A lot of people who are subs are saying they do not have access. I don't know if there's anyone on here from the district who can help. Yes, so right now you are practicing creating a post. I can go back and show you the example. An all about me post. I can keep this slide up for a little bit for you all to get some ideas from. So sorry to the people who do not have access to their accounts yet. Some people are saying they do not have access to their new class. I know the district is still setting up all of your new classes. Let's see if I can show you. I know someone was asking how they can delete their old classes that you're no longer teaching. So if you have old classes, you can click on that class and then click up at the top. There should be that little settings tool. And then it says manage accounts. Let's see. Let me make sure. sorry, instead of manage accounts, you'll go to account settings up in the top. And there's a way at the bottom where it says delete account, but make sure that's the specific class you want to delete. You can also keep it there and just be in your new class once it gets set up. Sometimes the school will just wipe away the old classes or archive them, so you don't have to do it. Of course. Ooh, Sarah, I'd love to try this with students as a way for them to introduce themselves to me in the library. Would you post a template as an assignment? Yes, so you can actually go in and find an all about me assignment. I bet there's already one in the Seesaw library. I can hop in and find one. And then you can actually assign that for students to create. Maybe that's something you do on the first day of school. How do I get to the unlock lock feature? Click on the three dots at the bottom. So I can show you when I'm adding to the student journal, if I'm taking a photo to, I need to make sure I have the hand tool. That three dots at the bottom will have me unlock. If I want to lock it back in, I click those three dots and I hit lock. Of course. Let's see if I can find an all about me activity. If you want to assign an activity, I might go to yes, there's a lot of all about me activities. We have a full library full of them in our different lessons. There's also a bunch in the community library that Seesaw educators, community members have created. So many different all about me templates you could choose from. You can also go in and create your own, but there are so many in here. So many different all about me activities that you can actually just go in and assign. Here's another one that we created through Seesaw. Again, they can go in, draw something they're good at, take a photo of themselves, tell what you're excited for this year. So it also makes them practice using those different Seesaw tools, which is super fun. Sarah, you said I've done all about me lessons for students. These are great. However, I needed another teacher to access. Is that teacher a part of your class? You can add other teachers to your class and they're also, oh, okay. Got it. The substitute. That's a good question for the district, how you as a substitute are going to get access to these specific classes. That's a great question. I have that written down so I can also ask for you. Look at the time. We have about 1 minute left to explore. So if you're able to create that all about me post, finish that up, or again, save it as a draft. All right. If you want to go ahead and save your draft and come back to the screen, we are going to move on. we are going to look at some classroom ideas for using the green add button in your daily routine. So I hope you get some really good ideas from this next part. So our first classroom routine is whole group practices. So you can enhance your already established whole group routines by incorporating Seesaw and the multimodal tools available within Seesaw. So here are a few ideas for using Seesaw in whole group practices. The first is this kindergarten class hatched baby chicks and documented what they noticed in Seesaw a few times a week. So the teacher took a new photo in Seesaw and projected it on their smartboard to model what student expectations were. So then as a class, students captured a photo using the green add button and shared what they noticed using the multimodal tools in Seesaw. So they used the text tool to label. To add a level of reflection, students could use the microphone to record their observations as well. The students then added this to their journal as part of an ongoing science experiment. So super fun. Before we move on to the next slide, I wanted to give you a little heads up. If you have a queasy stomach, the next slide shows a pig dissection. So giving you that heads up now. So here it is. Don't forget to also document classroom experiences on Seesaw. As a teacher, you can use the green add button to take pictures and videos of what is going on in your classroom to share with students and families. So this is a 12th grade class and they participated in a pig dissection. So during the lab, the teachers took photos of the students' dissection. Then after cleaning up the lab, students used the label tool to identify the different blood vessels. So you can see they use the label tool, they use the pen feature to point. Students also could have taken this photo directly in Seesaw themselves. All right, now let's talk about independent practice. Seesaw can also be used to provide opportunities for students to practice grade level skills on their own during independent learning time. So after you teach a new concept or skill, you can give students time to practice. Students can capture and explain hands-on learning using that mic, video, and photo tools within Seesaw. So in this example that you see, students use the camera tool to capture the pattern that they created, and then they're going to use the microphone to tell more about what they created. So students can go back and view each other's learning once students submit the work, giving them the feeling that they are in. The teachers can have the feeling that they're in 25 different places at once. In my case, when I was a teacher, 31 places at the same time. Okay, and this next example is of a student citing context clues while reading. They use the photo tool to take a picture of a page in their book where there was a word that they were unsure the meaning of. So then they use the drawing tools to circle the word and then the highlighter to highlight the text they used to support them in figuring out the word's meaning. Lastly, the student used the microphone tool to record themselves explaining what the word means and why they think so. So this really allows teachers to check for the student's understanding or not only the, so they can check for the student's understanding on not only the text, but how the student uses the context clues for reading, really giving the teacher that deeper understanding. This process can be used for all text analysis skills and across all different subjects. So let's play the video.
I think that the word dignitaries means like a higher or a higher class person, or just a more formal person, because I highlighted things like their speech was strange, their clothing even stranger.
Awesome. So while students are exploring and learning on their own, they can also use the label tool to support their understanding. In this example, the student created their own animal as part of a science project with materials from around the classroom and their home. So then they took a picture of their creation and used the label tool to label the animal's different parts and explain their function. Students could then also add, again, that extra layer of reflection using the microphone tool to explain their thinking. This allows students to manipulate and create while also documenting and explaining their learning. Okay, moving on. When you use Seesaw for centers, rotations, or stations, you get a glimpse into every student's learning process, even when you aren't able to meet with them directly. So students are also held accountable, so they're more motivated to put their best effort into this work as well. I know before I started using Seesaw in my centers, after my reading centers, there would be papers everywhere in the classroom. And with Seesaw, it keeps everything super organized. They take a picture and it's right there for the teacher to view. So you as the teacher could start out by giving maybe that mini lesson to teach a concept or skill. And then as you plan centers for students to rotate through, you could designate one or more of the centers as your Seesaw center. Make sure the devices at that center have access to the Seesaw app, unless you're 1-to-1 ratio with students to iPads or Chromebooks. And then students can use the green add button to capture their learning or complete a pre-assigned Seesaw activity. So here, students can be prompted to share their writing at centers using the green add button. So here's a first grade student that wrote about football and then captured their writing with the camera tool in Seesaw. So they were held accountable to document their learning. When they used the drawing tools to identify the punctuation, you can see they could circle it. And then to add a layer of reflection, the students can use the microphone tool to record themselves reading their writing out loud. And in this example, a student is explaining their reasoning in math. So they used the photo tool on their laptop to snap a photo of their whiteboard that shows how they solved the math problem. Then the student used the label tool in Seesaw, where they explained how they solved the problem there, that purple text. Again, students could also use the video or voice tool to record their reasoning if they would prefer that as well. The teacher is now able to check the student's understanding, and if there's a teaching moment here, it's easier for the teacher to understand where a reteach needs to occur, since they're able to read the student's actual reasoning for each step of solving that inequality. All right, so let's stop and think here. In the chat, or feel free to come off mute, let me know. I know we covered a lot, but what routine will you integrate into Seesaw? Will you integrate Seesaw into first in your classroom? Anyone want to share? Would love to get some ideas from you all, and you all to share some ideas to learn from each other. Ooh, centers, science journaling. I love that, Sheila. Definitely centers, Natalie, both reading centers and math centers. Ooh, Michelle, that's a really good idea to use it for journal time. You know, maybe you build that routine in every day after lunch. students write in their journal and then have to take a picture in Seesaw every single day. I love building in these simple routines into my classroom that just become automatic. Awesome. As a response to a reading assignment. I love that. Tutoring, maybe bubbles of words and their sounds. Yeah, you could even use it. You could put all the sight words up on you could make an activity and create all the sight words up there. You could have students record themselves. I know something in my classroom is we had Fluency Fridays. So every Friday they had a passage to read and we would record their fluency within Seesaw. They would record themselves. And it was so awesome because week after week after week, we could see their growth. And we could also show this to parents, which was awesome. Centers explaining their reasoning for solving math problems. That's great. Collaborate with a partner and presenting with a partner. That would be so awesome. Words and their history. So cool. I love, Megan, you said using the journal as a class record of project learning. Absolutely. After school check-ins. Yes. Awesome. You guys all had some really, really great ideas. Ooh, Michelle, that's a great one. Book reports. Awesome. Are there any others? All right. These are all great ideas. All right. Well, you all did it. I know we learned a lot of the Seesaw basics here in this session. You learned how teachers and students use the green add button to make thinking and learning visible. Before you go, here is your exit ticket. So you now have experience with Seesaw's learning tools. I would love if you would set a goal for how you will transform your instruction this year. So write it down, share it with a partner, maybe share it with another person in your grade level. How will you use Seesaw to transform your instruction? Okay. I know we covered a lot. And with these skills, there's so much you can do with Seesaw. There's a lot more we would love to show you. So you can go ahead and find more free trainings, resources, PDF guides on our website here. I'll also put it in the chat. Of course, thank you to everyone too for coming. I also have a feedback form provided by your district. If you don't mind filling this out super quick, it gives us some great feedback as well on how you liked this session. And I know I finished a few minutes early today, so I will stay on. And if you have any questions, I can hop in my account and show you. I'd be happy to show you all. Oh, the feedback link. Yes, here's the feedback link. Sorry, I thought I put that in there. Here it is again. The feedback link is in the chat if you can fill that out. Thank you all for being a part of this session today. I hope it was helpful. I loved all of your ideas. And again, I finished a few minutes early. So if you have any questions. Oh, you know what? Sorry, Sarah. I think I accidentally didn't link it to everyone in the meeting. There you go. Sorry about that. You all are very welcome. Thank you for all of your ideas as well. And there's the feedback link in the chat. Again, if you have any questions, I'm here. So come off mute and ask. Of course. Thank you. Oh, let me link that slide deck for you. Yes. Let's see. Let me find that really quick. I will link that for you, Michelle. 1 second. Here is Power of the Green Add button. Here's a copy of the slide deck for you to use, for you to refer back to. Let me know if you can't open that, but that should work. Sarah, it's not in there. See if I can find it. Was anyone else able to find Power of the Green Add button? That's let's see. See if I can find it. John says it's there. Good.
I got it. You just scroll down.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and
Awesome. I'm so happy
Carol,
you
yeah,
were able to
just
find
scroll
it. Thank you. Awesome. So long pull down. You went to P. Let's see. Let's see. I'm trying to find it as well. Oh, you know what? It's not under C. It's not under P. Find it. It's called Seesaw 101.
101 under the
power. Yeah, the Power of the Green Add button. So instead of looking under P in the feedback form, find it's Seesaw 101, the Power of the Green Add button. Cool. Thank you all for being here today. Hope you learned some valuable resources. If there's any other questions, I would be happy to answer them. I have about 2 minutes left. Michelle, your admin leader should have our contact info. So if you have any questions, please ask them and they can definitely reach out to us. I will also be giving them all of this information in an email by the end of the day so that you all have access to all of the resources I shared, the slide deck, the recording, everything like that. Yes, Michelle, is there any other specific questions I can help answer? Yes, my first session was digital portfolios. Using digital portfolios. I will be sharing both of those sessions, all the recordings to your district leaders. Oh, the slide deck. Yes, I do not have that right now, but I will make sure I put that in an email. Do you have, yes, the slide deck is in there for this session. My previous session, I will add it into an email to your district leaders and they'll be able to share that out with you. Of course, thank you. Here is the slide deck again for anyone that needs it. There it is. Oh, I just posted it to one person. Sorry, let me post it to everyone. Awesome. All right. Well, we are at the end of our session. Thank you all again so much for being here. And have a great back to school season. All right. Have a great rest of your day, everyone. See ya.